Up, everybody? We are back for another Lake Lab stream.
Lake Labs. I love Lake Labs. Honestly, it's just a good time. Yeah. I'm gonna quickly go and take care of some things. So yeah, we'll be starting everything shortly. See you guys in a sec. All right. Everybody in?
We
Yeah.
back?
Yeah, we're back. We're back at it again. So yeah. Again, Dylan.
Back
just,
at it like an infection.
Yeah, like Brian's infection. So, all right. Dude, honestly, man, I've been pretty tired. um, I think, I think a lot of times what happens is that I get in this mindset of you know, kind of working and making sure that I'm on time getting to work. And I know Dylan knows exactly what I'm talking about, but like being on time, making sure I'm in the right place, right time, doing everything I gotta do. Especially like just honestly like it's like waking up so early to drive to work, make sure I don't get stuck in traffic at the gate, stuff like that. It's just it takes a lot out of me towards the weekend. It's usually like Saturday. My body and my brain just kind of shut off. Like today, I've only kind of started looking into what classes I wanted to take, um, to get that cert for the music stuff, and just kind of took care of the little bastards. But so honestly, yeah, having the so for everyone listening, I have two little rabbits now. I'm a dad. Yeah, it's very interesting. They're babies, like very very young, fat, super fat. All they do is eat. They're probably eating right now and crapping all over the cage. But yeah, it's mostly like every single time I come home, we'll go and or it's mostly me, but I'll go and clean the cage and then, try to make it so that they actually start using their litter box like they should. I'm hoping tomorrow, because usually it's always I wake up and whenever I am home, I wake up and I you know just see what they've done and hope to God that there's no they actually figured it out. But so far they haven't, and that's fine. But we gotta figure, like, it's honestly such a hassle. Like I spend about an hour to 2 hours just constantly um trying to clean them up.
Mm.
But they are really good. I on the good side, on the oh my gosh, I can't even talk today. I'm not tired. But on a good note, they're very friendly with each other. They're both girls, so they're not gonna go start banging around, making a bunch of little rabbits, littler rabbits. Um,
Mhm.
so that's good. But yeah. So I have a gray one named Zabka, and I have a I have a gray one named Zabka. That one's like mine technically, and then we have my roommate's one, she's a white one, and I think she's like a half breed between like a dwarf and a lop, like a mini lop, because one of her ears is always down. The other one's up, but like her left ear is
Mhm.
up, but her right ear is always down. So I think she's a little bit of a half breed, which is pretty cool, but you know.
Right.
Um but yeah, no, they're really friendly. Like when Dylan came
Good.
over yesterday,
How'd you come up
they
with the
would
name for yours?
so so Zabka, right, is a store. When I went over to Poland, it was the store we always went to go pick up whatever we needed. Smokes, like any
So you named
nicotine.
so
Yeah.
you named your bunny after a convenience store?
Yes. Now here's the thing. I was gonna name so when we get dogs in the future, right? When we get our dogs, right?
Please don't name
We
one of
were
them after
gonna
a convenience.
name
Don't name one of
them.
them the Jen.
So I was gonna name them. It was gonna have if we had three,
Or
it
here,
would be
7-Eleven.
so if we had three, it would be
That's the
Zabka.
equivalent.
It would be Zabka, Apteka, and Stokrotka. So Zabka is like the
And
convenience.
Apteka is like a hardware store.
No, Apteka is
The
actually
last one.
the medicine store. It's their pharmacy. And then the other one is the grocery store.
Oh my god.
We'd have our own little town.
Why would you name dogs that?
So what I was gonna do, right, is each of them would have a really cool little vest, and in each vest, so like
Are you gonna put
like
soup, like
Campbell's
cans of
soup.
in cans of soup in the
That's
grocery
good.
store one,
No,
smokes
that's
in
just
in the other one.
So
and
okay, so
fucking
my plan was, again, they're all gonna have little
Percocet in the
vests,
last
which
one.
so one of them, so Apteka's gonna hold, she would hold, and again, they'd probably all be girls because it's just so much. I always hear it's so much easier to have pets that are girls,
Yeah.
because they're less
Except for cats, I
aggressive.
think.
Really, I honestly, I've
I've always had a
always,
boy cat.
yeah, I've always seen guy cats being so much better, but and we're not assuming any genders or anything. I'm just saying. But yeah. So I was gonna go, and so with Zabka, she was gonna have, like, she'd probably be the corgi, right? Or maybe the German Shepherd. We'll see. I don't know. But it would. Hello? The hell is that?
Yeah.
I heard something in the
Dylan's
background.
watching TikToks.
Dylan, stop watching. Stop letting the Chinese know where you are. Anyways,
Give him your position.
yeah, they know where you are now. It's too late.
They're gonna get airstriked.
Yeah. And brag? It's gonna be World War III up in there. Jeez. But yeah, so
Just
Zabka,
fucking predator drone.
so Zabka would have, like, enemy UAV inbound. Zabka would have, like, just kind of like random stuff, like Tic Tacs, mints, kind of like random stuff that you would find in like a convenience store.
I
Maybe a
wasn't
pack
far.
of
I
smokes.
wasn't that far off.
Oh
with
no,
the
no,
cans of
you were
soup.
right. You were honestly like
Oh
on
my
the money.
god.
So Apteka, she would have in her pouch, she would have like ibuprofen, Tylenol, like kind of the stuff that I carry on me at all times, but at least I wouldn't have to carry it. She would have like antihistamines like Zyrtec, Claritin, Benadryl, maybe some Mucinex, Sudafed, decongestants type stuff. And then last but not least, because most people, they're always like, my stomach hurts. Oh well, too easy. I got you some Imodium. Get you some Imodium, you got the shits, don't worry, I got you. You got the Imodium. My dog has it. Don't worry. Okay, now it's Stokrotka. Or stock for short, right? So stock would have, I honestly don't really know what she would have. Maybe like an apple. She's got some tangerines. Someone's got scurvy. Too easy. I got you.
I like the cans of soup better.
I just think it'd be so heavy for her. She'd have to be such a big dog.
Yeah, just get.
And then what is she carrying? Fucking shopping bags?
There's ones that are just massive ones.
She's basically like, like those
No,
motorcycles
you just
where they
post
have
them
like
some
the side.
halters.
She's like a motorcycle. She has like the side bags, the cargo bags.
Ever seen those Malinois dogs? Those things are fucking nuts.
Malinois dogs?
Malinois.
Hawaii? What are you talking about?
Malinois. It's a hard word to say. Yeah, let me see if I can find a picture of one.
If you guys know how to spell this, drop it in chat, because I, for God, don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
It's also
it's
a
been...
Belgian Shepherd.
Oh, really? Okay. Are they big? Can you drop it in chat? Drop it in chat.
I have to send it to you. Remember, my chat doesn't work.
Oh yeah, for some reason, I never understand that. I'm not the tech guy. That's
just how I sent it. How you spell it? Let me find a picture of one.
Oh, it's like Illinois, Malinois.
Malinois.
Oh, it's bougie like that, huh?
They,
Malinois.
they're what they use for police dogs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought they always just use German Shepherds for police dogs. They're like pit bulls.
No, Malinois are easier to train because
Really?
apparently German Shepherds like hold a grudge for a while before they.
What the hell?
Yeah,
The
they just take a little
grudge.
bit longer to train, and these are also faster and
Do
like
you
more
have
agile.
a photo? Drop the
I'm
photo in
trying to get
chat.
a picture.
I don't know if you can, Loesch, but if you guys want to listen to the music that's on stream as well, you can. I put up in the Discord. But yeah, it's like it feels weird having them because it doesn't really feel like as much of being how do you say, like a pet owner. It feels like being a dad, because we've gotten to the point, me and my roommate, right? We've gotten to the point where we're like, all right, we have to go and constantly watch their eating habits. We have to watch their drinking habits. Like, they drink too much. Like, one of them, they were like, when they would shit, sometimes I would like whenever I like scoop it up, I would see it and I'm like, huh, why is it like a little bit shiny? And I noticed it was like a little bit wet. So I'm like, oh, great. That's awesome. So I don't know if she's having diarrhea or something. Maybe because of just from her drinking so much water. Like, we have a huge water bottle because it's for both of them. And again, I've always only had one rabbit to take care of at a time. So for her, it was so much easier, which also was a mistake because I think my rabbits are much nicer because they have each other's company. And I wish I had one for my old rabbit, because she was a fucking bitch. Like, she did not like being pet as much. Never liked being held. It was so hard to like put her away or catch her. It was like a big hassle. But with them, all like whenever I'm like sitting there kneeling and like going inside to clean the cage, because I just stick the little broom and pan that I bought, and I'll just like scoop everything into the pan, and they'll just be like running around my legs, and if I'm kneeling in a certain way, they'll like run under my feet because my feet are kind of at like a 45-degree angle off the ground.
Mm.
But no, they're like super nice. They're really fun to like just, honestly, there's times I'll just like, if I'm not doing too much, like today, because again, I was kind of out of it, and I'm like, I really don't want to try to like, we looked into a lot of, me and Dylan yesterday, we kind of spent a couple hours from like, what, Dylan, 12 to 5? I think it was like 5 hours of us just like looking into college stuff, hanging out, and just kind of trying to figure out what we're gonna do for when we get out. Because Dylan, you only have till December, right? You said.
Yeah, this December.
So like,
I get
dude,
out.
it's like right
Yeah.
around the corner, man.
Yeah.
Like, so like, and I'm gonna be the same way soon enough. Also, damn, that's the dog.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a German Shepherd.
Yeah. Same like family.
Oh, okay, cool.
They're both German, or one of them's German, one of them's Belgian. So like they're very similar countries. Or
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the same thing. It's in
Historically.
Europe.
I've got a
Americans
little
don't know.
bit. I've got a little bit of a story. So, I was buying.
Yeah, let me hear it. Let me hear it. Let me hear it.
I was at
The goalie? The goalie
uh
ones?
yeah, I was buying ashwagandha at
Yep.
Walmart, and I saw. I don't know if you've ever used it. It's called a multivitamin called the Animal Pack. Animal PAK. It is a multivitamin, an amino acid complex, a liver detox complex, a protein complex, a performance complex, an antioxidant complex, a digestive enzyme, an absorption complex, and an energy and focus complex. So it's just like a pack of pills. It's like 44
nice.
packs of little packs.
That's cool.
So I was like, oh, cool. First day I started taking it, from the ridiculous amount of vitamin B12 that's in it,
Yep.
made my pee fluorescent. Like,
Fluorescent.
I think my piss was glow in the dark. Like, it was. I've never used bright as an adjective to describe urine.
Do you think if you walked outside while there's moonlight and you pissed, you'd be able to see it, like loom type shit?
Possibly.
Like if I had my
It was highlighter
NVGs
yellow.
on. Dude, if
It was
I had my
highlighter yellow out.
So if I had my NVGs on, there's a good bit of loom outside. I look in your direction. I see a fucking flamethrower, like in that one Ghost Rider movie.
Yes.
Oh,
See the flame chain.
Flame chain.
Like, I was like, all right, what the fuck? So I do more research on it, and there's a handful of people that are like, oh yeah, I love it, works great. But then there's another handful of people that are like, they're like, I've heard about this on like doing like research on Reddit and stuff like that, but you catch like a 2-day illness where all you do is shit yourself and vomit for 2 days when you're on it. I was like, Jesus Christ. Some dude was like, I went to the ER 2 weeks after I started taking it. I was like, oh my god. So I just stopped taking it.
Did it do anything to you? Like, did it make you feel better or anything? Like, energized?
I mean, it worked. I felt a little bit more energized, and like I felt good. But glow in the dark pee and the reviews that talked about shitting himself and
Oh my gosh.
vomiting for 2 days, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna stop taking them.
How much was it? Was it a lot?
Like $35.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Should at least use it until it was done.
No. Again, I don't want to start vomiting and shitting for 2 days.
But the shyster inside of you says otherwise, right?
I know. I've got like one Jewish relative in heaven that's just like squeaking pennies together, going, "All you throwing fucking bagels at me."
You're making me sad. Andrew! The fuck was that guy's name? Marty. His name is Marty. That's your ancestor in Jewish heaven. He's like, Andrew, you take those pills, Andrew.
You pay good money for those.
Hold on, I just need to give me 1 second, Losh. Actually, I need to find something real quick.
Alright.
Let me find something.
Dylan, what have you been up to since you got back to base? Just work?
Yeah, just work and just seeing what to do. Cause like now I have to start planning like what I have to do to like get out. Or like
Right.
I'm still right now I'm still like indecisive like what to do. Kinda before I went to Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on, boys. Hold on, ready? This is what I was talking about. This is him. Ready? This is your guy. This is your this is your guy in heaven. Ready?
Dogs up in heaven.
I am not
Where'd
going
you
to
send
camp,
it?
Dad. What the hell are you
No, I'm streaming it in the.
Yeah, I'm watching now.
talking about? We said goodbye
This
to
is
you
him.
last night. You didn't say goodbye. You said goodnight to the TV, which you do every night. Well, you're going to camp. I already paid for it.
I already paid for it. Oh, hold on. I gotta find the main part. It's like my favorite shit. All right, ready? Here you go. This is it.
Fine. Andrew, did you lay your grubby hands on my pits? Well, what are we going to name him?
How about Andrew?
Andrew. Andrew? Andrew? Andrew! Yeah.
That's you. Oh, dude, that's you. Yeah, I that's what he's saying to you in heaven right now. In
Have you
Jewish
seen the
heaven.
episode of Family Guy where they go to Jerusalem?
They go to Jerusalem.
Just look it up on YouTube, because there's one scene that's very, very funny.
Here,
Go to
hold on.
YouTube.
Give me one
Look it
second.
up.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna adjust the stream real quick.
God damn it.
There we go. Yeah, you know, I don't watch too much Family Guy anymore, honestly.
I'm telling you, this one scene, you'll like it. It's a little fucked up.
How so? Is it appropriate for
Yeah.
stream? Is it okay for the
Yeah.
stream? Do you
Yeah,
think?
yeah. It'll pass.
You really think so?
It'll pass.
I hope so.
YouTube won't be happy, but it'll pass.
YouTube's never happy, bro.
True.
YouTube's
I've
too
heard
vague.
so much about what's going on within how do you call it? I've already seen how people are getting messed up by you know, by YouTube. So for instance,
Literally,
right?
if you're not like a big YouTuber, you're fucked.
Yeah, like it's pretty rough. So I've actually heard about. So I was watching this one guy that I really enjoy. His name is Tio, right? And he just made a video about how bad YouTube is messing with people. So basically, what's like going on is that YouTube's been kind of censoring people in a way that's like really unnecessary, I guess you could say.
Mhm.
And I don't understand why, right? Like it makes no sense. But so what they'll do is like you know how like monetization and everything works. So like if you curse too much in the first couple seconds of the of whatever your video is, right? Like all that stuff will matter, and it really just messes up a lot of YouTubers because there's some that like they have no problem whatsoever, and they'll just still get cucked by it, and it's terrible, honestly. I don't know why. I really hope something gets fixed about that, because that's something eventually hopefully when our channel pops off, it doesn't become a problem, I guess, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't know, man. It's something that worries me, but I don't know. But yeah, like damn, man. What were you talking about, Lush? Oh, we need to watch the
Family Guy bit.
the Family Guy bit.
I have another story. Somebody shit in the pool at my work.
Yeah, let me hear it.
The lifeguard comes into, a couple of the lifeguards come into the laundry room, and they go to my boss, and they're like, somebody shit in the pool filter.
Excuse me.
Yeah. We were like, huh? They're like, right in
They
the drain.
what? They shit in the pool filter.
Or they shit in the drain, that's what it was. And they're like, it's right near the drain. And then they showed him a picture. And I later found out that it looked more like they just smushed it down instead of trying to like get the shit out. So
Oh
it
my!
drained the pool.
Wait. They like.
They didn't drain the pool, but they had to like shut the pool down for like an hour.
Wait, so they basically like, what is it called? Waffle stamped it?
Waffle stomp?
Yeah, they waffle stomped the fucking into the.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. They're like, go down, please.
I wish I remember that. I would have asked them in the moment. What did they waffle stomp it?
I mean, you gotta waffle stop it, right? What are you doing if you're not? You just gonna leave it there?
Okay. I did pretty much nothing at work today. It was great.
What do you even do at work?
I'm a locker room attendant, so I pretty much just fold towels, fill up, like, we have hairspray, deodorant, mouthwash cups.
Oh my gosh! Wait,
razors,
hold on. Sorry. Emerhan
Q-tips.
just texted in the
I
chat.
know, I saw that.
Why y'all do Brian like that in the thumbnail?
Wait, what is the thumbnail?
Oh, dude, you gotta look at the thumbnail. I mean, dude, you just gotta pay respect, you know. So, like, what else are you gonna do, right?
Oh my god, no! You gotta change that. That's fucked up, man.
Whoa, what's wrong with Brian? He's good.
No, he looks like dude. That's like the 1,000 fucking yard stare.
Yeah, dude, he's sick, man. We gotta pay respect. Oh, don't worry, Emerhan. If you feel,
He looks like he's getting back from Vietnam.
Dude, no, I know what it's like to get back from Vietnam. Anyways, Emerhan, if you're still in the chat, if you feel that if you're kind of left out, I got something for you specifically, actually. Also, it's too late to change it. I have to do it in the VOD, so so that's what it is for right now.
You're a jackass.
I mean, you gotta be, you know. I told Brian, man, I said, hey, Brian, you better stay for the stream. And look what he did. He did not. That's what happens. Dude, Doug, man. Doug is, oh my gosh. I am so glad we got to see Doug when we did. That was phenomenal. Hanging out with Doug is probably when Doug is in a good mood, that's like the best time. Honestly, I don't think when Doug is like sleepy and tired, it's kind of just like, you know, you're hanging out with someone who's just like drunk, but like nonsensical drunk, and he'll have like spurts of like enjoyment, like, oh yeah, oh. I'm like, Doug, what the hell? We're like, all right, guys, let's go and let's go to the club. Let's go to the club. Let's go drink. Let's go do something. Let's go do something, guys. Eagles. And yeah, I don't know. I miss Doug. Doug, if you go watch the VOD, know we're thinking about you, buddy. Miss you, buddy. So Losh, what else is on the I'm gonna wait till the end
On the agenda
to go
for
show
today?
what else we got on the list. What else we got to talk about? I know NFL was on there.
What's going on?
So.
Oh, Chris here.
Montoya, welcome.
You want to talk about actors or Rick and Morty?
I mean, honestly, dude, like
on Discord.
what's on Discord?
Did you stop crip, yo?
What?
Emerhan, are you there?
It was like 20.
Yeah, and
Oh, the boys are here. What's up, boys? Are you guys enjoying? You guys
We're going to
enjoying
the
the
casino.
You
Yo,
going to
come
the
find
casino?
Fucking jump in
Casino
there.
stream? Casino stream?
Bro,
All right, guys. Everybody in the VOD. For next time, everybody that watches the VOD. So wait, are you guys gonna play roulette?
Yeah, we're at Tivoli still, but we might,
Okay,
like...
so what we're gonna do, right, boys? Here's the plan. So we'll let the viewers, whoever comes in, watches the VOD, because usually most people watch the VOD. So whenever somebody comes in the VOD, we will go and have them say red or black, and once, oh, okay, they're gone. Anyways, so again, guys, just type in the chat if you guys can in the VOD, or even in the comment section. Just put red or black, and we will look through every one And when our boys go to the casino, they will do your suggestions, either red or black or whatever it is y'all want to do for roulette. But that's what we'll do.
All right.
But yeah, back on track. Back on track. Losh, so
Rick and
Losh,
Morty creator arrested or superhero actors?
dude, what? All right, hold on. Okay, dude. You know what? We'll talk about because, dude, I don't know about. Well, is it? Who is it? Is it? It's not Justin. Is it Justin Roiland?
Here, we'll talk about this first. Rick and Morty co-creator and star Justin Roiland is facing 2 felony charges related to an alleged domestic violence incident from 2020.
Wait, what? Dude, no way. Dude, this can't
He's
be
facing
real.
Domestic assault charges.
Dude,
Yep, he's
no
being
way.
charged with domestic battery and false imprisonment.
When did this happen?
2020. So I'm guessing that they were like building a case for a while.
Okay, but like, what? No way, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, but like, who?
Homeboy
What?
may go to jail.
Is he married? I thought he was married.
Yeah, or he might have a girlfriend. Well, whatever he is with, they were probably beaten and kept in a room
You really think so?
against their will. I mean, based on
I
the charges,
feel like
that's probably what happened.
I don't feel like that's true, honestly. Cause I mean, the dude is like, just a goof. The dude's just a goof nerd, bro. Like,
Yeah, but you watch his shows and things that he makes. It's not like
mean,
you're
honestly,
living with him.
true, but I only watch Rick and Morty, and I know. I mean, I do know
Yeah.
that something I have seen is that a lot of the times they'll either just get really drunk or really high, and go and like create stuff, and then they'll
Yeah.
just like kind of do voicing. They'll like do their little voices and shit, and then
I mean,
if
look
they're
at
like,
R.
"All right,
Kelly.
you
He
wanna
was
use
putting
it?"
out
Like,
He's putting out great music until he started pissing on little girls.
the Pied Pier. I mean Piper. Piper. Oh, they're still bad. Both bad.
Like, he's a fucking creep. And Justin Roiland may be a fucking shitbag of a human being.
Oh, Dylan, did you
But we will
see what I
find out.
texted you in the Discord?
Because I think he's pleading not guilty, so
I mean, I hope so. Fuck. Jesus Christ.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Dylan. Did you see what I sent you? Check.
Hold on, I'm checking it.
Yeah, dude. I really hope that things kind of don't go bad, because I mean, like, what's gonna happen to Rick and Morty? I mean, I feel like
Yeah, very true.
I know Dan Harmon
get another-
can still hold down the fort.
Yeah, they
But,
might
like,
just get another co-creator.
I really doubt it. I think he'll just become the single. I mean, I really.
Dan Harmon's
hope-
gonna do the voices.
Oh shit, you're right. Because I forgot that Justin Roiland is like 90% of.
He's Rick. He's Morty.
He's literally like everybody. He's Mr. Poopy Butthole. Like literally,
Yeah.
90% of the cast, except for like fucking
Beth and Summer, I think.
Yeah, Beth, Summer, Jerry. Yeah, dude, that's holy crap. Like, I really don't feel like this guy could, just go start wailing on somebody. Maybe if he's
Again,
drunk, but
We will find out. Because the charges haven't stuck yet, but if the charges do stick, then by a court of law, he is guilty.
So what other shows has
he did that
he
shit.
put out besides that one? Because I know he does voicing for other people, but the one thing that bothers me about him is that I really feel like now that I know, like when I started seeing Rick and Morty, and I'd watch a lot of the stuff on Adult Swim when I was younger, about how like he would do the voicing for everybody or for like 90% of people, right? So when I started seeing that stuff, it kind of like took away the immersion of the show. Like there's still like when the show is going, I'm obviously not thinking like, oh yes, this is Justin Roiland. But if there's like some random character that just shows up, I'm just like, it kind of just sounds the same to me.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna read out the things that he's been
yeah,
in.
like, yeah, let me hear that. Yeah, let me hear
Okay, so this is just his list of TV shows, not even movies. He was in Rick and Morty, Solar Opposites, Gravity Falls, Community, Adventure Time, Fish Hooks, Palwoni Show, Two Girls, One Cup, The Show.
Wait, what?
Invincible. Yeah. I
Wait,
don't know.
wait. Hold on.
Invincible, Boys.
Wait, he was in
Diabolical.
Invincible?
Yep. House of Cosby's. The Vindicators, Hot Streets, Solar Opposites Holiday Special, Out There, Future Worm, Pig, Goat, Banana Cricket, Friends and Lovers, Shipbuster, Cautionary Tales with Swords, Yacht Rock, yeah, that's about it for TV shows.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He was in
Is that-
Tenacious D Time Fixers.
How old is that?
You ever seen Tenacious D? Well, I guess that's the sequel, but Tenacious D, The Pick of Destiny is one of the greatest movies. It's all about guys who are like want to be rock stars.
I honestly have not
I
watched
can't
it.
believe you've never seen it. You gotta watch it.
I mean, a lot of the times my
he was
dad
in
would
the
be
new Space Jam.
He was in the new Space Jam.
Yeah.
That's sad. I'm sorry. Maybe he did hit her. Shit. It's like fuck. Just can't
I
believe
didn't know
was
he was
Space
in
Jam.
Rick and
Wham!
Morty.
I don't know. Yeah.
Who did he play in Rick and Morty?
What?
He played the Earl of Lemongrab in Rick and Morty.
You mean in
Oh yeah,
Adventure Time?
Adventure Time. My bad.
Yeah, he sounds just I could see that. He does sound
Yeah.
exactly like that. Yeah, I could 100% see that.
Who did he play in the House of Cosby's?
The House of Cosby's.
Oh, it doesn't
Everyone
say.
gets
Bill
sedated.
Cosby wasn't in the House of Cosby's.
Yeah, he'd sedate everybody. You know who actually?
Bill Cosby's one hell of a bartender. He makes really strong drinks.
He does make some really strong drinks. Knocks me out in like 10 seconds. And then thankfully, I got a buddy to watch over me and bring me home.
Bill Cosby's cocktails are so good that I woke up. I was at the bar, but then I woke up at home with no pants on. It was nuts.
No shirt too, or just no pants?
No, just no pants.
Did you lose your belt or kept the belt? The guy was nice enough to let you keep your belt.
I mean, it's around my neck, so I kept it.
Oh, okay, I see. I
Just
got you.
kept it there.
It's like it's like that thing from South Park with Kenny.
Does Kenny have autoerotic asphyxiation?
He saw it on
He
like.
die from jacking off. Thanks.
What the fuck is Hot Streets? Because that's also here.
Hot Streets. Hot Streets.
It's on HBO Max.
You know, speaking
It's a
of,
fake like FBI show. It looks very stupid. It's horribly animated.
Nowadays, a lot of shows are just like horribly animated on the Western side.
Don't
No.
talk about
you know, so something that kind of to segue into our next little topic, I guess. But so dude, when I was in the field in Louisiana, my RTO, aka the radio guy, he downloaded Dahmer, right? And I was like, dude, this is gonna be like super weird, right? Like, what is this show like? And I was like interested and bored, mostly bored, but I was also slightly interested in like what is it about this show that so many people like, right? Because I'm like, dude, this is like about a whole ass serial killer, bro, who also was in the army. Got kicked out because he's a fucking wackadoo, but he got, you know, like he was in. And dude, it's just so wild to me, like how well it did, but I feel like in a, like kind of how like Brian was saying, it was kind of like in a bad way. Like, don't, like, on the good side, Evan Peters is a great actor. He did a phenomenal job. Dude studied this guy. Like, he, like, I saw some interviews with him and some randos, and he'd be talking about like, oh, well, because they asked him, what's it like playing Dahmer, right? And he goes, well, you know, it's hard because you gotta, every second you gotta be in the character, but like it's kind of a tough character because you have to be like, he said it's stuff like, oh, whenever I walked, I'd have to walk a specific way, like I'd be very stiff because that's how he walked, or like, and again, that's how all actors are, but like, again, just the way that he was able to like really take the role so seriously, because there's so many characters and so many actors nowadays that I'll see that it just doesn't feel like they're giving it everything they got. Like, they don't feel like they are their character, which is the main thing about being an actor. You have to portray your character like exactly how they used to be, or exactly how it should be, you know? Like John Wick, Keanu Reeves literally just, he crushes the role every single time. Now, honestly, it doesn't seem like it's that hard of a role, but like, just, again, even like little things such as like movements, from like literally body language, like the little details, like even his eye movements were like super shifty and fucking weird. And he was like, yeah, well, that's what he did, and I had to do it all the time. I would even go, when we weren't filming, I would just stay in character. And a lot of people do that, where they just stay in character.
Yeah, method acting.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like a lot of people still do that too, where they stay in character, but like, I really doubt Keanu Reeves is like staying as John Wick all the damn time. I mean, he really basically is him. He's a very quiet dude, but like,
I mean, it depends on the role.
But like, imagine you're just walking around being Dahmer all the damn time, like.
But
it's
what's his
fucking
name?
Stressful, man.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
He did a role where he was playing a guy in the army who was inside of a tank, and the entire time he decided to live like somebody who lives inside of a tank during a war, which is don't shower, you're in cramped spaces all the time. Like, it's method acting. It's a thing. But also, to your point, when you said, like, when you first started watching Dahmer, you like wanted to see what all the hype was about, and then asking, like,
Have you watched
the
it?
question, not really, but I know like what makes it so good.
Yeah.
And then asking the question where it's like, you know, it's kind of creepy watching a guy portray that sort of thing so well. The reason that show even worked, like, that it can even go into not into theaters, but onto Netflix in the first place, was because the acting was so good. Because it's a story that's been told 1,000 times.
Yeah.
And I mean, how do you dress up a serial killer? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or how do you tell it in an original way?
I really think
You know what
that
I mean?
I'm honestly really glad that it got as much hype for Evan Peters' sake, because it's like, he kind of was always like, with him going through American Horror Story, he's been like in the horror game for like a long time, so it's like, it kind of feels right that he's here. And I feel like I don't really know who else could have really done a better job than he did. So, you know, but I like, the thing is, like we talked about a little bit earlier off stream, with the whole like him being Quicksilver, like, dude, so many people love that scene of him going slow-mo, in almost, I think every single time he went fucking slow-mo whenever he's running, bebopping around. Like everybody would, I would always see people clipping it. Even on Instagram, I'll still see it every once in a while. Very rarely, but I'll still see, I'll see him do that. But I still feel like a lot of he's kind of listed like a if it was like S is the highest, he'd still be like a B or an A tier, you know. Like if there's a movie with Evan Peters in it, no one's gonna be like, oh my gosh, like Evan Peters is in that movie, like I gotta watch it. You know what I mean? It's like if there's a show where he's like, oh, it's Evan Peters, bro, like, oh, I gotta watch it. Not like where it's unlike The Rock or again like Keanu Reeves.
I don't think a lot of
anything
people
like that, or Tom Cruise like
go crazy over The Rock, and I feel like, oh, this is gonna be a good action movie.
I mean,
Rock
when you,
is basically the same character in every movie.
I mean, he's The
Yeah.
Rock. Honestly,
He's
I don't
The
know.
Rock.
I really hope I didn't watch it
I don't
yet.
think he's a great actor. I heard Black Adam was really bad too.
Oh, was it? Let's go look at the reviews. Let's go take a look at the reviews.
But here, I could put in my point now that we were talking about before the stream
Yeah.
started, which was, I personally think that all superhero actors fall into two categories. Category A, they're a very good actor who gets paid what they deserve, and which is a lot of money, and they put out a good product.
Yeah.
Or B, they're just not a good actor, and they don't get paid accordingly.
So where would you say he lies?
Who?
Evan Peters.
For the role of Quicksilver, I don't think he's a good actor.
Why's that?
I just didn't like him in the role.
Okay. But what about Dahmer?
Personally. I thought he was the perfect role for that, just because he played it so well.
Now, do you think that his acting has increased by like 1,000% from seeing his role in, in what was it, X-Men? Yeah, X-Men to Dahmer. Do you think
And
within
Avengers.
that time? Yeah,
I think
and
Avengers. He just was not good in it.
Which Avengers was it? It was Age of
The
Ultron.
second one. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even like that movie to begin with. I think it
Yeah,
was
that's
just
definitely
all
playing
around.
into why I think I didn't like him
Yeah,
in the role.
dude. Honestly, dude, the Marvel franchise, man, it's so
I'm not a
bad.
huge fan of it. I mean, some of it's good. Don't get me wrong.
She-Hulk.
Oversaturated with hero stuff. I'm just sick
Yeah.
of it.
I think that there's too much. I'm not I think I like hero stuff. I like the comics
So
and
do
all
I.
that stuff. But I think they're milking it now. I feel like before
They are.
they did it to enjoy, people really got enjoyment out of it, and now that they see that it's booming, they're leeching
Yeah.
off of it. I just can't be okay with that, and continue to support that. There's things like the new Batman movie. I was like, dude, this is gonna be an awesome fucking movie, because it's they have a entire series called Detective Comics, where basically it's just Batman being Sherlock, his, because he's not just a fucking superhero, he's also a detective, he's a fucking genius. But people don't always portray that in the movies. Like in Batman Begins, I didn't really see too much, or I didn't really feel like he was a good mix, but it wasn't all there. And in this movie, I feel like they were just you know what, pure detective, badass but detective. Yeah, it's just he did fuck, what was his name? The dude from Twilight. Shit.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Fuck, what the fuck is his name? I'm
I
so
don't
bad.
know the name.
Also,
I'm
I
so-
feel like the directors nowadays they kind of suck.
Oh, dude, for sure, dude. Casting people. I barely ever see that 90s show. Me and Brian were talking about it the other day, while you were out, Dylan. So, Losh, have you heard anything about that 90s show?
No, I didn't
Okay.
even really watch that. That 70s show.
Oh, that's tragic.
70s show.
Yeah. So when you look at the cast right now, they're all like actually 15. And again, when you're having kids in a situation where the old show is all about them like getting high, smoking, like getting high as fuck, drinking, like kind of like raunchy drama, which is like, but it's like good raunchy drama with like a good mix of like wholehearted moments. And you see, and like the cast itself back then was so like close with each other, and everything just fit. Like they looked like 70s kids. You look at this cast now, they look like none of them should be getting high, none of them should be getting drunk, none of them even look like they could go and buy a fucking, they could go to a bar, like auto card, like dude, like automatically. The outfits they wear don't even look really like 90s. Like I've seen photos of my brother. I've seen, like, we were close enough to the 90s to like know, and they look nothing like 90s kids. They look like 20, honestly, like kids now. And dude, I hate this. I hate it so much. But they're like, there's an Asian kid that's like the Fez. There's this kind of like your average, like everything's so like kind of cliche too. It's like there's the Asian kid for Fez. There's the nerdy girl.
Diversified.
Yeah, it's too diversified. Yeah, but there's the nerdy girl, which is like Eric, and then there's the guy that's like trying to pursue her, I guess you could say, which is like Donna. And then there's this, I don't know if she's black, like I don't know what she is. Maybe she's, I don't know, she could be Hispanic, like I honestly don't know, like maybe like Dominican Republic. But there's like her, she's supposed to be like the Hyde, I guess you could say. And then there's like the Jackie and Kelso, and those two are just kind of like, those two just, one of them literally is just a dude who has a perm, has his like, wears a fucking ball cap backwards and has a Packers jersey on, and the other one just looks like an average, just like your average 15-year-old girl.
Right.
Like, nothing about it screams to me like it's gonna be a good show. The only reason why I think I'll go back to it to even just check it out is for the old cast. Honestly, I think if they just, especially like in this day and age where it's like, it's so hard to like, work with people because people are so sensitive nowadays. It's like they're always like, oh, I gotta like make everyone feel included. I gotta make, like, you don't need to. You just need to go and make something that's good. You don't need to add this and that. So like when I look at the show and I see that the old cast, except for Hyde, because if you didn't know, the actor is kind of a douchebag, and he's done a lot of really shitty things, so he's not going to be on the show anymore. But a lot of the old cast is back, like the dad and the mom, who fucking carried the show, in my opinion. Honestly, just no, all around, just the cast itself just made things better. Like, it went on for that many seasons because, because of the cast. And when like, so Eric, like the main guy, Eric, right? Like, he leaves in one of the seasons, and they bring in this other guy. And honestly, you literally just like, you look at this guy and you're just like, yeah, you're not included. Yeah, like, you're here, but you're not in. Like, you don't really. And it kind of like went downhill a tad bit, but nothing too much to make you feel like this isn't the show. And then you take this cast and you're like, dude, none of these people look like they're from the 90s. If you look at their actual ages, they're actually 15 to like 18. So it's like, bro, Like, dude, give us the 22-year-old that looks really young so that they can act like a 16 or 17-year-old. You know what I mean? Like, even back then when they were doing that 90s that 70s show, they were actually in their 20s, and I think the youngest one was Mila Kunis, who was 14 or something like that. I think Brian said like 14 or 17. Like, she was actually like the age, but she still looked like she could fucking go to a club and not get carded. You know what I mean? Even, I mean, honestly though, like back then they didn't really give a fuck. And plus, from our perspective of looking at the 70s and shit like that, like obviously because it's like, oh, it's old, 70s is old, so like we look at everything kind of with that mindset and that through that scope. But again, it's all like because of the little things, like the way they talk, the way their hair is, the way their outfits are. You see them like that 90s show, it's just, oh my gosh, dude, it just honestly, it kind of aggravates me and it kind of worries me because it's like, it feels like how like again, like we just said, like they're just trying to shoot for the money, and people are like, they know how much people love that 70s show, so they're like, oh well, we gotta do something, like we gotta do something, like, nah, dude, man,
Right.
it just fucking aggravates me.
Also, I'm just trying to capitalize on the whole sequel thing now.
Yeah, dude, but I honestly,
Sequelitis, everything.
dude, I think we all can agree, like the whole, like, oh, everyone needs to be included, like we gotta have one gay character, we have to have an LGBTQ, we have to have all races, we have to have, like, no, dude, like, just make the character fit. Like, if it works, it works. Like, if the character, like, or at least don't shove it down my fucking throat that the dude's gay or he's Asian. You don't gotta do that. Or if you're gonna do that, at least make a shit ton of fucking jokes about it. But guess what? That's not gonna happen because people are too sensitive now and they're gonna get offended. It's too many people. And honestly, I feel like what audience, right? Because I feel like they're always trying to target somebody, right?
They're trying to target like a really broad spectrum, and what it does is it disillusions all those spectrums because they're all just like, oh, well, you're just pandering to me, so no, I'm good.
Yeah,
like you can have an Asian character, but does his name have to be Ling? And do his parents have to run a convenience store or have a Chinese restaurant? Like, that's a little much.
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, you gotta really stereotype it.
Like they try to act like they don't, but they do kind of stereotype it a lot,
Yeah,
especially in
100%.
shows like that 90s show.
And they're like, oh, they
where
have
it's
like a
kind of
nail
a
salon
sitcom-y
or
thing.
something like that. Yeah.
Well, when you have more of a sitcom than a drama, you can't really flesh out. You can't really flesh out characters too well. Excuse me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're literally just taking base templates and just slapping it on the show.
Dude.
Exactly.
Don't even get me started with like templates and algorithms and shit, bro. Marvel fucking is the worst with that. I swear, every single.
Literally just the CGI.
Dude, I could literally
show.
map out every single movie Marvel makes. Like, I've watched the most recent Marvel movies I've watched were the Doctor Strange, the new one, the new Doctor Strange. I watched, and again, that's fucking, it's pretty old now. It's like, I think a year old or something like that. All right. But yeah, so like, dude, that movie, I was literally like, please, for the love of God, this is either gonna be really good or god awful. And and the new Thor movie, I watched too.
Oh, I hated Thor.
Awful movie. It completely ruined my thought of Thor. And I've seen the shit within like the comics of Thor and what they were trying to do, and it fucking made me mad because it just made me feel like okay, I get it. There's a girl Thor, and it's like her time to shine, but it made me feel like it made me feel like there's just a bunch of people out there that are like, all right, yeah, let's make the woman the one, and let's shit on the guy. You know, that's what it made me feel like. And in
It
the
literally
comics,
humiliated Thor.
yeah,
like-
just completely demasculated Thor, like, just dude. And then like, dude, it's a kids movie. It's like for everybody, but like mostly it's for kids. Like, what was I watching? Magic Mike, or was I fucking watching a Marvel movie? Like, again, do you remember that part where he's in like the Coliseum or whatever the fuck it, like the courtroom, and he comes down and it's like, I am Thor, and then they're like, chain him up, and he gets chained, and he's like, I can't get out of this, and they're like, let's see who you really are, and then they like shoot the fucking wind at him, and then all his clothes get ripped off. I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
They literally talked about having the orgy.
Yeah, they literally said like, you're not invited to the orgy. Like, dude, that's not funny, bro. Like, there's kids probably trying to watch this, man. These kids that like Thor. Man, like, dude, like what about all the kids like that have to go to their parents and go, what does orgy mean, Dad? What is an orgy, Dad? That's another thing that really pisses me off. Like, dude, honestly, man. And then, dude, I'm gonna go off on fucking tangents if I keep going on this shit. But yeah, man, that movie, that Thor movie, worst movie I've ever watched. I honestly think it's the worst movie I've ever watched in my life. Like, literally, like -5 stars. Like, completely
She didn't
ruined
watch
Thor.
She-Hulk.
Oh my gosh, I'm not even going to. Fuck that. But yeah, the Doctor Strange movie. Honestly, I would rate it a 5 out of 10. It made me like, I could literally have guessed every single thing that happens. Like, I watched the movie once, and I can basically give you a generalized idea of how it was from that small memory that I have of it, which is Doctor Strange is doing his thing in the beginning, or like the character is doing their thing in the beginning. They go and like they see what they got to deal with, or they're having some they're having some personal issues, and you know, they like continue. They're like, you know what, we'll figure it out, right? Or like, this is something that is going to be put on the back burner, right? To maybe come in later as a, oh, now my life is either better or this got fixed because of that. Like, what I just did fix that. You know, it's always like there's some resolve with their personal stuff at the end, right? Then they go, and so after that whole like, oh, I had these problems and shit, they're like, I have these personal problems that make me edgy and whatnot. They'll go and find some baddie or some side character that's gonna come along the way that is either gonna continue through the franchise, the franchise, or maybe just be a one-off character. But yeah, they'll have this one character, and they either like the character a lot, and that character might die later, or that character is not liked, and they will eventually see to like them and learn something from them, or that character will grow in a better way, and they will realize that and learn to respect that. Then they go and deal with the baddie or the conflict, right? Conflict. Something gets added to the mix that makes the conflict even more challenging. Conflict, and they start figuring out what they need to do, and it starts building in tension, and then they resolve the issue, and then continue to the next movie. Literally every single fucking Marvel movie. Right there. That's the algorithm. That's the template they have. And that shit fucking irks me. because they did so well in the beginning, and they're like, oh, everyone's gonna watch it because everyone loves sucking the cock and the teat of, like they'll suckle from my teat. Like, dude, no, no, dude.
No. How they started off with the first Iron Man movie,
Yeah,
it literally started off with just actual practical effects for the most
yeah,
part.
yeah,
Like the first armor, they actually made like prosthetics and shit.
yeah.
You had to make multiple versions of it too. But after
Really?
like 2, 3, and so on, it's just more and more like CGI integrated.
I don't mind CGI, but it's like,
Me neither. When it's done well, or when it's
Yeah.
tasteful, like when, like by tasteful I mean like when even in a movie where there's a ton of CGI, when they do it right and it isn't just, all right, let me throw the new thing at your face until you hate it. I can't really think of an example, but like an example of like doing it well is Avatar. Like all the visuals are beautiful, and you never really get bored of the visuals in that movie.
the new
lot
one
of
is
it's
out,
CGI.
right? The new Avatar.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but I heard very similar things to the old one, where it's just like you never really get tired of like the beauty of it because it is a like that's just like the point of the movie is the visuals. So
Although I feel like it's a good hit or
It's
miss
definitely
when
an
you hear a movie
in-theater
that's
movie.
yeah, yeah.
because of that, sorry, go ahead.
I feel like it's a really big hit or miss when the movies are like 3 hours long. Like me personally, I thought, oh, what the hell? I thought that the Batman movie, which was like 3 hours or almost, it was like 2 hours 40 minutes or something like that. I thought it honestly did not like overstay its welcome while I was watching it. There's some that don't know how to sit in the chair and enjoy a movie that's not flashing colors in your face like fucking Doctor Strange or, you know, any Marvel movie that's coming out now.
Explosions.
Yeah, like tons of explosions and shit. Like, it just felt like I could actually be there and try to like enjoy, you know. And I don't know, with this new Avatar movie, I'm really hoping it'll be the same. Where like things are kind of just going along and you just enjoy it, you know. And like,
Yeah.
dude, when I watch CinemaSins, man, CinemaSins fucks my brain up because then I start like nitpicking and I start like looking at certain things within movies that are like, does that make sense? You know, and so, like my brain will naturally and like subconsciously do that where I'm like, does this actually like work within the context of the movie and or like within the continuity of the franchise? And I'm like, I don't know. But like that's what I'm saying. Like with Batman, I would think about that. And the only thing that I watched it twice while I was in Poland. One was in 4D, which means I was sitting in a chair that would like, when he was like punching Penguin or something, or he was punching a dude, the chair would like rock as if I was the guy getting punched. It was fucking sick. Or like when he's riding around in the rain, it would spritz like a little bit of, it literally felt like a little cat spritzer. Like get a little mist of rain coming down, or like wind would be blowing at me. It's like while he's riding around, it was like, it's awesome, honestly. And so when I watched it there, I was like, this shit's great. But then when I watched it on when I watched it like just 2D like average, it just seemed like really dark. Like everything it just looked too dark, honestly. Like they need to up the brightness or some shit. I don't know, but yeah, I'm really hoping that this new Avatar movie like really works out.
Apparently, there's gonna be some more sequels.
Oh God, like what?
I don't know. Get the Way of Water, Way of Air, or
Yeah,
Earth.
because it's all about the different lands.
Oh, is it for Avatar? Like specifically for
I don't know.
Avatar?
They're 3 away from like a copyright with the other Avatar. Like they're already
I mean,
calling themselves
dude,
Avatar. They're
listen,
pushing it.
listen. It all started when the Fire Nation attacked.
Exactly. Like, and apparently in this one also the Fire Nation, like the Fire people, are assholes.
They literally have fire, but with lead. The lead fire. It's also really weird. Cause I don't remember. I think it was Brian, but there's like a dude who's in there. Like he's clearly right. Like I said with the whole like, oh, we need to include everybody, right? Like motherfucker, these are blue people. These are blue tribes people.
Smurfs.
Why is there a
They're
motherfucker
Smurfs.
with a fade and a fro?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
What the fuck? Like,
It's
is
because
that
like
necessary?
when he became like when he went into the fucking when he put on the
Oh,
helmet like an SOA,
okay, yeah.
it transferred over his haircut. He's the only one that it did it for. I don't know why. It's so that you can tell who he is.
Why couldn't I tell who he is through his good character background?
Because they didn't bring him on so that he can be a good character. They brought him on because he has a scar on his face, and he's in the last movie.
Was he actually?
Yeah, he was like the big bad in the last movie.
No, dude, this is like some little little kid.
Oh, I'm thinking of like the actual villain of the movie.
What is it? Avatar: Way of Water? Is that what it is? Well, let me look. So far it says that it's got a 7.5, or sorry, 7.9 on IMDb. It's got a 77 on Rotten Tomatoes and 67 for Metacritic, which that's pretty good. Like it's honestly pretty fucking good. I'm trying to find this kid. I think he might even just be an extra. Like, hold on, let me. No. Son of a bitch. Where is this shit? What the hell? There's a dude with a whole ass afro. Like, or it's like a, it's like a perm. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but son of a bitch, I can't find it. But yeah, like I don't know how to explain it, but it's like you can clearly tell, like they did this shit on purpose. Like they were like, this guy, we need to make it so that people know he's like the black guy, or like the black character. And I'm like, why? Why? Like his original form, he was a kid with a motherfucker. These guys have dreads. Like these guys have like tribal dreads and shit. Like, do you really need to make it so that this guy, like, why not give him like fucking, I don't know, cornrows or something? That's like black culture, you know? Like, the fuck,
Yeah.
man. Like,
They could have just done that.
dude, it's just, I don't know. I think pop culture just really irks me. Like, and
I mean, that's completely fair.
it's just, dude, you know what it is? You know what it is? It's Mr. Q. Do you remember Mr. Q from high school?
Yeah.
Dude,
I
after I took
didn't have him, but I know who he is.
after I took his sociology class, bro, completely changed my whole mindset on shit. Like, dude,
What about the class change your mindset?
dude, it's just like, because again, sociology is the study. So if psychology
Of
is the
groups of
study of,
people.
yeah, psychology is the study of the mind. Sociology is the groups of people. So when I like look at people, I'll be like, and it's like I don't mean to do it, but it's like because of the class. And it's not a negative thing because sometimes it's really good, but like, so like I'll look at college kids, right? Or like I'll look at certain people, right? Certain groups, right? Like again, like college dudes, I guess we'll say for an example, right? They all look the fucking same. They all have sweatshirts, white socks, Air Force Ones, and a backwards cap, while having like the Dougie haircut, which is like basically just long hair. Just grow out your hair as long as you can, fucking put a backwards cap, and maybe throw a sweatshirt on or a shirt, wear some Air Force Ones, shorts, white shirt. There you go. You're the average Brad Chad fucking douchebag, you know. I mean, not all Brad Chads are douchebags, but like, you know what I mean. Like that's your average dude, right, in college. And same thing goes for girls. It's like you got a girl who's wearing whatever, I don't know, like just whatever shoes because they don't really give a fuck about their shoes, or Birkenstocks, black socks, leggings, sweatshirt, big sweatshirt, big ass sweatshirt, and their hair is like as long as it could be. With tons of makeup on. Average girl. There's no like everyone for America being so like like land of freedom, right? Like yeah, so much diversity. Like people are so sheep. And
I mean, we're ethnically diverse.
Yeah, like ethnically we are, but like dude, when I was in Poland and just in Europe in general, even in Vietnam, I was like, dude, this is completely different. Like again, like you would see a girl. I love to tell this to everybody. I don't know if I told this to you, but one of the reasons why I enjoyed Poland so much is like people just look so different. Like you'd see a chick on, you see a girl on your left, you'd be like, holy crap, she's a fucking 10 out of 10. And you look on your right, there's another girl who's a fucking bombshell. Completely different style, completely different vibe than the girl on your left. But like in America, it just seems like it's so like maybe it's just because of the way that we like social media puts out like, oh, this is how you should look if you want to like get guys to like you, or like
well, I think it's that. I think it's that and the whole social media thing, because there is like a certain look on social media people go for. So that definitely plays into it.
Dude, I honestly think that social media fucks up our society.
Oh yeah, big time.
1000%. I think it fucks up society. I think we need to. I mean, I don't even think we could fix it at this point because there's too many people that enjoy it or that are okay with being sheep, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Lush, like, dude, I'm telling you, man, when we get out of here, when we go to like a different country to go tour and do all that shit, you will see exactly what I'm talking about, and you'll be like, yo, remember Lake Lab 6? Like, comment, and subscribe. That was like, I remember exactly what you talked about during the pop culture hour and 23 minute and 7, 8, 9, 10 second portion where we talked about how fucking society is ruined here in America. You're gonna see it, man, and you're gonna be like, holy crap, that's great. You were right, man. That's where you'll go get your Polish wife. Your first wife, your first ex-wife will be Polish.
No more divorces. I don't see more divorces.
Why do you think I'm gonna have multiple ex-wives?
I mean, most.
Honestly, you shouldn't wish for anyone to get a divorce.
Yeah, I don't want to lose half my money.
That's what prenups are for, brother. Honestly, like you could.
I gotta get a lawyer.
More like
fuck lawyers.
Honestly,
like stress and like whatnot.
You know what? Yeah, just I guess we'll just full on.
It's overall more trouble.
We'll pull Andrew Tate without the whole bad stuff that he did, and just be like, you know what? We're just going for the hustle. That's it. All we're doing is going for the hustle.
Was that human trafficking?
Start human trafficking. What? No, but really, dude, it's something that always is on my mind, because I'm like, it just makes me look at people weirdly, like, or even like coming home, and like I look back into where me and Dylan are, I'm like, holy fuck, Army people are fucking ass, or like military people are fucking cocks. I mean, all people are like you'll have your fair share here and there, but like a lot of them are kind of always annoyed me. But my OBS just kind of shit the bed a second there, so I don't know if we're still going. It's good now. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what just happened, but anyways, yeah, like I take a look on the inside at where we are, and I'm like, holy shit. It's super different. Don't get me wrong, completely different lifestyle, but it's like on a sociological perspective, it's like not that different, but it is like from how normal society is, but we are also considered like the microcosm of America, right? Like we're kind of like the melting pot of the melting pot. So I don't know, like I'm kind of scared to go back into the real world, man.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, like, dude, you guys have a whole ass different lifestyle, like, or like just the vibe itself is gonna be so different. Cause it's like, what is it gonna be like for me and Dylan when we get back? When we're like waking up at fucking, cause me and Dylan are gonna be constantly waking up super early. We'll be waking up at 5:30. We'll be like stressing out about shit that we don't need to stress out about. Like, it's weird because it's like, it's kind of like PTSD, but it's like not, cause we go through so many.
The
like
military makes it so like you stress out over like mundane things that you really care about.
Yeah, like
as
literally.
a civilian.
Dude, I was sitting
But
here.
once you're in the military, you constantly have to worry like every single thing sometimes, and to the point where you just don't care anymore.
Dude, like there's
like,
moments
over time.
within the day. Let's say like Thursday, right? I got off pretty decently average time. And I knew I was off. Like I got released. But I still had thoughts in my head of like, I can't get out of my uniform because what if they call me back in? Or like what if I have to go do shit again? Like, and again, when you're in the uniform, you are working, right? Like you are in the mindset of I am going to work and do army stuff. So for like 4 hours, I was just in that mindset. Like, yeah, I still did like shit I would do at home, like take care of the rabbit, take care of the little shit bags, like, you know, do like maybe just like go hang out, watch some TV or fuck around on my phone a little bit, but like I really couldn't feel relaxed.
Right.
Like, I couldn't feel like I'm trying to focus on myself. And honestly, dude, like even today I felt like that. I was like, why do I feel like it's fucking Saturday? Is it Saturday? Yeah, dude, it's fucking Saturday.
Yeah.
Why am I feeling as if I have something else to do for work? But it's like I don't. Like I should be going to do what I want to do right now. I should be going to do what I plan to do. I should go and relax. I have a fucking pool in my apartment complex that's literally 5 feet away. And I said, you know what, let's go in the pool today. But I had this sense of just like, no, you should not go in the pool today. You should continue to try and like just wait, be on standby, basically. And it's just so fucking kind of stressful. So it's like, when me and Dylan get out, man, it worries me. Like, what is that gonna be? What is that really gonna be like?
Right.
Are we ever gonna really get rid of that? Are we like? It's probably gonna take like a couple. I honestly think it'll take me and Dylan like, at most, like 4 years. Like,
It'll take time to readjust.
It's gonna take so much. In my opinion, I think it will take so much time for me and him to just kind of be normal again, you know. I just hate that. I hate that. Like, dude, I'm not even joking, Losh. When I was up there, when I was up there with you guys, my whole thought process is I cannot relax. I cannot go and do things like I can't. Like, I really shouldn't try and smoke. Like, I shouldn't try and smoke cigs or anything. I shouldn't try to drink. I shouldn't try to like let's just go hang out with the boys, play music, maybe go see the family, and go home and get back in. Like, I need to stay in this work mindset. Like, even when I was in Vietnam most recently, for the first like 5 days, I was like, all right, what are we doing? What do we got to do? What do we got to do? But like, I was just.
I think that's just a mindset that they've ingrained into you.
Yeah. Maybe. But it's
It's
terrible.
like this constant edge. It's like it's kind of like wearing you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, like, I do definitely think that it has taught me to understand what relaxing is, which is
Yeah.
like its own. It's like its own double-edged sword, because I know what it's like to relax. I know when I'm not. So if my mind is like in that mode, and I'm not relaxing, like I don't understand. I can't just turn it off. Like, it's weird. I don't know how to. So
Right.
God, it's just, oh man, even just thinking about it makes me be like, all
That's
right.
why I don't even like
fuck.
talk about military stuff no more.
Yeah, dude.
It's like that's why like I ask you like please don't talk about this.
I like talking about army stuff to other people that understand, because they'll have the exact same mindset and we'll have like a good laugh about it. That's one of the main things I love about being a millie. It's like you always have, if you meet another millie, even if they're in a different branch, well, okay, if they're like a Marine, because
Maroon?
Yeah, if they're a crayon eater, right? If they're a jarhead, then I feel like I can vibe with them a lot better. Like, yeah, we'll still shit talk each other a little bit while we're talking, you know. But like, even like I met a guy in the plane. It's pretty funny. I had 2 dudes with me. I was in the middle seat, and my dude on my right, he was Army. And the dude on my left was a Marine, officer Marine. And when I was I would just like kind of go back and forth and like chat with them, and it just felt like so normal. It felt right. Like, it felt good. It felt good to talk to them, and I could talk to them for like literally just hours and hours. And I feel like now, when me and Dylan get out, we won't know really what to talk about.
Right.
Like, I mean, obviously, the music is gonna become our life. You know what I mean? So that's literally gonna be probably the thing we'll talk about. But we don't have those experiences that you guys have, like about getting really fucked up and doing some hood rat shit. You know, like, we get to talk about how we lived in the woods for 5 fucking months or whatever. Yeah, like,
I'm sitting here talking about how my piss is neon.
yeah, and I'm talking about how I can't even get fucking high. I mean, not like I really want to right now.
I was taking
anyway,
vitamins and I got neon P. It's not like I'm doing fucking heroin. I'm not that cool.
You're not
I'm not Kurt Cobain cool.
Yeah, you're not Kurt Cobain cool, man. What was the didn't Jimi Hendrix used to put?
I'm not fucking Kurt Cobain.
Kurt Cobain. Oh,
Sorry,
damn.
go ahead.
Yeah, man, I don't know. But again, like, it all comes back to this pop culture. Like, that's where these days I will just sit and I will look up at my ceiling. My ceiling is like very old school. Like, it looks like fucking someone put rice on straight concrete without sanding it down on my
Eat
ceiling.
it.
Popcorn ceiling.
Yeah, straight
Just
up
eat it.
popcorn ceiling. And
That's what I had in my old house
I don't like it. I hate
on
it.
Highland Court.
I hate it because I can't look. I can't, like, if I wanted to ever put my projector up and just watch shit, I can't do it because it'd fuck up my eyes. All the fucking
Yeah.
different colors and moving shit. Like, even if I put on my walls, the walls aren't smooth enough to fucking make a good picture. So, but yeah, man, like, there's times I'll just look up and I'll think about that type of shit. I'll think about, like, I'll just be like, what was the thing that Jaden Smith said? Why are we not talking about the social and economic problems and struggles of our country right now? Huh, guys? Huh? And he was in like a club or some shit. He was like partying in the club and like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you talking about this in the club, man? I get it. It's a pretty
place to talk about it.
it's the best place, you know, when the music
What
is so
else does
loud.
the host want to talk about? Yeah, perfect place to talk. A loud club.
Yeah, a loud ass club while people are probably
Hey,
completely
how are
drunk
you
out.
doing?
Yo, did you hear about the stocks on the stock market this week?
You hear about the Nasdaq? Huh?
Yo, Amazon stock dropped by like 4%, bro. Dude, what did you say? You say something about credit cards, man? What? I don't know, man. I just it stresses me out though, cause I only have 2 years. Dylan's about to fucking get out and literally like he
Yeah.
can start his CSP in 6 months, or probably even sooner. That he could probably start it like
Probably.
he could probably start doing stuff. So your CSP, by the way, if we haven't talked to you about it, but it's basically if Dylan wanted to get a job, or he needed to go to school, or he needed to go study or do some guy needed to teach him how to do X, Y, and Z, he can go do that. And he just goes and he says, yo, boss, I have to go. This is like very vague and basic idea, but this is like the gist of it. He basically goes, yo, boss, listen, I'm getting out. I'm not staying in. I need to go. I'm doing the CSP program. And so, for instance, right, Dylan and I are trying to do phlebotomy when we get out because it makes pretty decent money. At least for what we're trying to do, right? Again, with the van being number one, we need a little side gig. So, it makes pretty decent money. So, Dylan's gonna need to get a cert for that, because no matter what, even if some states you don't need a certification, it's still just better to have one in the event that we decide to move around states. Like we sign a lease for Pennsylvania and we decide Pennsylvania is not really the place, then we move to Connecticut, and we maybe move back to Jersey, or we stay in the tri-state, you know, or we move up to fucking Boston or some shit. Like, at least we'll have the certification that says, hey, I am a certified phlebotomist. I can take and or give blood, gives you someone else's blood if necessary. So, like, he would be able to do that.
Right.
And that's like the only thing he's doing. Like, he's basically done with Army. Like, yeah, he'll still have to come. Like, there's probably still times where he'll be coming in every like once in a while, but he'll just be coming in just to show that he's probably alive. There's some people that I've talked to that have even been like, yeah, no, I've come in just to go in, just to say hello. Or there's some people that they hate going to work, so they'll just shoot them a text, be like, hey, I'm still alive. My stuff is doing good. Yeah, okay, cool, bye. That's how it is. Because again, you're getting out, and the Army's very big on, we don't want our dudes getting out and they are homeless, or they are unemployed. So yeah, But yeah, it just, I think about it all the time. Like when I was in Poland, all I was thinking about, bro, like was, what do I have to do for work? What am I doing for the band? What can I do right now for the band? What are some things that I should try to think about, like possible events that happen that could either be a setback for us, be a killer for us, like that just fucking completely destroys us? What can I do to make us better? What can I do to try to, you know, just get us to the top? You know, what is, how can I pull my weight, and or maybe pull the weight of somebody else if they're slacking? Or like Jacob right now. Jacob's not doing too hot. How do we pull his weight a little bit? You know what I mean? See what I'm saying? It's like, how do we keep the show going? Because I don't want the show to end. I like the show. I like our show. How do we keep it from going? How do we keep it from closing? You know?
Right.
So I like, again, even with these 2 years I still have left, basically, I'm already thinking like, all right, I got 1 year. Like from my perspective, it's just on how I see how much time I have left. It's like I have 1 year left. I have a year and like I'd say give or take 8 months left, something like that. And I'm like, nah, no, a year and like 6 months left, because those last 6 months I can use for like school stuff. And again, like I said, with Dylan's CSP, I can do the same thing. So basically a year and 6 months left. That whole year is kind of like, all right, I'm still in. Those last 6 months are kind of like, meh, I don't really care. I've done my time. Everyone knows I've done my time. People respect me because they know that I'm a decent worker, and people know how much shit I've been through. So I'm gonna go do me. I have a whole life and a family to go deal with. So yeah. And then those last 6 months, which again I kind of take out of the picture, is literally just me being away to go and try to work to get out and like try to integrate back into the world. So it's like, but it's so scary, like thinking about that, because it's like it's right around. It really is right around the corner for both me and Dylan. Him a lot closer, but still.
Right.
And then again, like I look at, like I said, with the whole sociological perspective, I look at how people act. I look at how people are. I'm like, holy fuck, y'all fucking suck. I'm like, do I really want to go back to this, man? It's fucking.
Yeah.
Or like, again with
I
like
don't
the
think would you
mood.
want to stay in? I don't think
Oh
so.
no, God no. But it's
I don't
like,
think so.
it's just like when I go out, I'm gonna be free to do literally whatever I want. Like
Independence.
you have freedom. Yeah, you have independence. You're not being like Uncle Sam literally is above our head while we're here. That's how it feels
Literally,
like. He's like a
from the
cloud.
age of like
Right.
18 to 34, you're treated like a child,
Yes.
regardless.
Yeah, no matter what fucking age you are treated like a fucking child. So
Granted, like some are actually fucking childs that can't take care of themselves.
yeah, that is true. Which
But
is
there's
why,
others that's like
but
they can take care of themselves, but you have like basically managers just like not knowing what to do, and
yeah,
just
there's that
making
too.
things
Sometimes
a
you have
mess.
sometimes you have an idiot who's watching over you, and they have to tell you what to do, yet you don't really need that, but you have to
Right.
have it, so it's fucking retarded. It's okay. I'm also so according to one of my bosses, right, one of my NCOs, he also has ADHD, but he has it way worse than I. He supposedly has it like a tick worse, a tick, maybe one tick more worse than I do. And he says that having ADHD is like having diet autism. So technically, I am retarded. So I could say the R word. But no, like I don't know. I always look at it and I'm like, dude, there's so many fucking people out there that I'm like, you're so boring. You're fucking lame, dude. Like, or like, why do you do this? Like, you have so much potential to be something else. I look at a lot of people like that. I'm like, why do you choose to be the same as the person from your left and your right? Me and Dylan literally have to be the same as the person from our left and our right. So why would you like to wear this uniform that everyone else has? Just is it cool? Is it because it's a different color? Are you that simple-minded? Like, it's the shit that makes me wonder, man. I don't know, man. Fuck. I don't know, Loesch, from your perspective, do you ever have those thoughts of like you look at groups like that?
What do you mean?
So like I said, where when I look at groups of people, I'll look at like age brackets, I'll look at like I'll look at how the social media effect factor and effect that has on people. I'll look at clothing, I'll look at attitude, I'll look at verbiage, I'll look at music a lot, because again, it's something that we have to look into. So it's like knowing what people like, what music people like, what style they like, it's pretty helpful for us. But like I said, when I see that everyone's just listening to fucking mumble rap because it makes no sense, but it's because, oh, my friend liked it.
I mean,
and it all started because there's this one idiot who thought it was fucking cool. And you know what I mean? It's like,
alright.
And I'm not hating on mumble rap.
I'll put my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, let me hear this.
I think first off, you're making kind of a sweeping generalization, because there's a lot of people who like a lot of different things. There's a fucking flavor for everybody for when it comes to music, especially. But when it comes to like the groups of people and them kind of like following the crowd, I think that comes down to people's like own self-confidence and like self-esteem. Because if people don't have that self-confidence and self-esteem, then they follow a person who they look up to, and that person might be somebody in their friend group. And whether the person has good or bad intentions, or whether they're a good or bad person, is a complete roll of the dice.
Yeah.
But I also think that people are a lot more complex than sometimes we give them credit, because, like, I mean, like you said, I'm a civilian. I'm not in the military world, so it's not as like you're not in like a microcosm. But from what I've seen from people I go to school with, I go to a community college, people I work with at the gym, there's a lot of different people, because like where I work at the gym, it's a very rich neighborhood, and I would think that I'm gonna not like any of my coworkers because they all live around there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, there's some of them where I'm like, all right, yeah, I kind of see the spoiledness, but the majority of them, it's the opposite. Like, I don't really care that they're like family's affluent or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they're just cool people, or like people at school where it's like, all right, this person's probably gonna be an asshole, and then you have to work with them for something, and then you're like, oh, okay, they're kind of normal.
So something that I want to kind of clear up, because I feel like I kind of pushed a little too hard, is that so when I have these thoughts, right, when I think of that perspective, the sociological perspective that I keep saying, it's not as something I'm bashing them about. It's not something that's a problem. It's just I just don't understand it, because we've always been the fucking weirdo group. We've always been the kind of, not, I wouldn't say cast, but it's like we're like the
Well, it's just
people
done
that
our
are
own
known.
thing.
We're
That's
like
the
the
thing.
people that are like known, but we weren't like the popular kids. Like people, a lot of people, everybody knew us. Everybody was.
Yeah.
Everybody
also went to a
enjoyed
pretty small
being with
school.
us or like hanging out with us. But it's like no cool kid decided like, oh yeah, let's go like hit those guys up. Let's see if they're good. Like, and that's not. I don't give a fuck. And that's our entire mindset. But it's like, you know, like people will group together, and I just like, again, I mean, I think you hit the fucking nail on the head with the whole people don't have the confidence, or they have very low self-esteem with how they are, so they kind of look to somebody else. But that's something that I think maybe that's one of the reasons why I don't get it, because I've never done that. I've never like really thought of myself as having a role model. Like, I've had people that have influenced me, but I would never like I never look at my brother.
I consider them role models.
Yeah, it's like I never look at my dad and be like, oh yeah, like I look up to my dad, or I look up to my brother. It's always just been like, it's just never really, to me, is, I don't know, I've never really thought like, oh, I need to like follow this guy's ways to go and be like him. Like, I've always wanted to be myself, I guess you could say. It's like, why would you want to be someone else? I swear there's a whole ass quote on that. It's like, oh, it's like, I think Kurt Cobain said it. He said something along the lines of like, trying to be someone else is a waste of being who you are, or who you could be, you know. And I don't know, maybe that just like really resonated with me, because I'm just always, all the time I'm like, man, like I'll meet new people all the time. I meet so many new people, and I see like the potential, and I'll see like just what I feel like. It's like, so some people, right, let's say they're really good at art or something. I'm like, dude, you're like so fucking good at art. Why don't you like become a tattoo artist? Like, you can become, like, if you work, again, it's a fucking struggle, but that's life, man. Life is a fucking struggle. So like, but if you work to go and you know, get all like to shoot for that goal of getting to the top, yeah, you might get cucked and you might not fucking make it. So have a fucking backup plan. Be smart about it. But like, why not do that? And they're like, you know, like, I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna study accounting instead, and I'll study business, and I'll get a business major or something like that. So something. I always hear business is like the shitty. It's like the joke that all college
It's the most
people.
generic one.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, why would you want to be generic? Why would you want to be like someone else? Why would you want to,
Well,
like, dude?
I think
Honestly,
a lot of people also think, like, when they're going into college, they're like, oh, I did a year undecided, and I'm still kind of undecided on what I want to do, and I don't really want to risk it and do an art major and go into a field where there isn't any jobs. So let me just get the thing that's the most broad, and worst comes to worst, I work at fucking Enterprise until I figure it out.
I mean, okay, so
like, that's not a terrible life plan.
Yeah,
like, if you don't know
no,
what you want to do with your life, and you're just doing something for 30 or 40 grand a year, and if you're living at your parents making that kind of money, you could save that up, and you can.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
a decent amount of money
that
before
idea
you
of like, if you really enjoy
job.
something that's like, I wouldn't say niche, but it's like, it's not your average go into the workforce, right? Because I feel like that's something that America does. Like, as capitalist country, we will constantly be like, it is like our life cycle is sheep. Like, we honestly get, like, just my mindset on it is like, you're born, and again, if this is, let's say your parents grew up the same way, you are born, you go to school, you do school, you'll enjoy, you know, your little hobbies here and there, like, let's say you play football or whatever, right? And this is average person, so like, let's not think of the whole, oh, he's going to the NFL or anything like that. You go to school, you get older, you grow up, right? You go to college, you get sent straight into the fucking workforce, you go get married, right? Again, whole ass, what is it called? The American dream, right? Get married, get enough money to live comfortably, you get a house, have all this stuff, there's your kids, you raise the kids the exact same fucking way, cycle continues. You fucking die, cycle continues. I
Mhm.
never could understand why someone would want to like be okay with the monotony of
Yeah.
I wake up, I go
I
to
mean,
work.
plenty of people are happy with, I just kind of want a family of my own, and that's all. And
It's like
they do
dude,
whatever they can.
like, but it just feels so like. And again, maybe it's because I was fortunate enough to have my parents take me around a lot of places, but it's like
Yeah.
now there was definitely some good and bad when I was over there. Like I've seen a lot of poverty. I've seen a lot of really fucked up shit. Like a lot of really fucked up situations for people. People
Right.
that I wish I could have just fucking threw a bone to. You know,
Well,
but it's like I feel like that's one of the big things. It's like when I talk to people that are very like kind of that type mindset, that American dream type mindset, they'll be like, "Oh man, I'm just gonna, like I'll go get a house out in over here and yada yada yada. I'll have my nice job, try to hopefully retire by 60, and then you know, I'll take a trip. I'll take a trip every year." I mean, again, it's
that's a fine way to live. I mean, that's what your parents have done.
it's.
They're happy
I
with
mean,
it.
yeah,
I
literally,
mean,
look at them,
it's just
yeah.
all about what your dreams and aspirations are.
But I'm just
And
saying, it's like why
But I
to
think that
me
answering
not shit
to
all the
answer
way.
your question, the best way I can answer your question with my own opinion of why are so many people kind of stuck in that monotony. I think that this is just my own personal opinion, but I think that schools, and especially American schools at this, don't prepare you to be an adult. They prepare you to be an efficient worker and a good worker.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they don't teach you how to do your taxes. They don't teach you how to do really any of that shit. To take care of yourself, sustain yourself. Because you're going to hire an accountant to do that for you. So that there's
Which
more
is somebody
money
that
being...
fucking like it's just
Exactly. It's somebody who
capitalism,
got a
bro.
job.
Like
Yes.
dude, this is something I've always thought about.
That's my thing.
When I was younger, I thought about this shit. Like literally, when I think I started thinking about this shit when I took sociology. But it's like I remember one of the things that was always said, even in school and even in the Bible. They're like greed and or money is the root of all evil. And then there's capitalism, which our country is completely based on. So is our fucking country evil? Like, no, it's not. But it's like if everyone is just feeding the greed demon,
No, I see what you're saying.
we're not really like that's terrible. That's a bad fucking thing. Like, there's motherfuckers out there that are not capable of sustaining themselves.
Also,
Can't even catch
Jacksonville
the
won. Sorry to
Jacksonville?
interrupt you.
No way.
They came back from a 27-0
Oh
deficit.
Won
the game with a field goal.
Oh my gosh, the NFL script writers are going off right now, dude.
They won 31-30.
Dude, I'm almost also certain that the NFL is fucking scripted.
It's no longer classified as a sport. It's classified as an entertainment
Yes.
company.
Which
But
means,
that's for taxes. That's for tax purpose. It's 'cause
but that also means that
you get taxed less than your entertainment.
Still. Oh, see what I'm saying? Like, look at that. More money.
Yeah.
More money
Oh,
bullshit,
money.
bro. Like, trying to fucking cheat the system and shit like that. Maybe not cheat it, but just play the game. Like, play the whole money game. Like, man, motherfucker, just... I want the money for myself. Just like fucking pop culture, bro. Swear, fucking bringing it back again. Just like Marvel. Marvel pisses me off so fucking much. I
Marvel,
just,
Disney.
dude, Marvel. Dude, you know how many movies that are like, okay, what was the most recent one? Was it like Encanto or some shit? Like,
Yeah.
they had like Encanto.
Oh, not Marvel. That's Disney.
No. I mean, it's basically the same shit.
Yeah.
No.
Look at Star Wars.
Oh, don't even
That's
get me started on Star Wars.
No. If you're gonna say
What
Star
the
Wars, you have to say
fuck
Harry Potter.
is
'Cause
that?
Harry Potter is just a fucking shot-for-shot remake, just with a different texture pack on it from Star Wars. Prove me
Yeah.
wrong. I will fight one of you in an alley over this.
Sorry, can you say that again? I just had a seizure. My computer had a seizure. Sorry.
I apologize for getting so angry, but I think that Harry Potter is just a shot-for-shot remake with a different textures pack on it from Star Wars. Because you have a kid who's a prodigy who doesn't know who lives with his aunt and uncle.
Okay.
A guy comes
did you
and tells
watch
him
to
about it
make
and takes him
this?
away to a faraway land where
Is it
he then
TikTok?
learns about it. He then becomes the child of prophecy. He then trains with an old dude who probably smokes weed. Like,
Okay. No, wait. Hold on.
he eventually
feel
fights
like-
someone who is supposed to be the child of prophecy, but it wasn't.
I feel like Harry Potter, no, Star Wars. Well, I don't know which one goes first, which the chicken or the egg, but
Star Wars came
one
out
of
first.
them. No, I know. I'm saying like the idea though. It's like I don't know if one is the other with extra steps or one is the other with less steps. Because again, I see what you're saying, but it's like, you
No,
know,
it's just it's the same thing. It's the same story, just a different setting.
yeah, yeah. Dude, Harry Potter, man. I've always never understood how fucking magic works. Like, do you have mana? Like, do you what do you use to? How do you
Exactly.
learn spells? How do you learn words? You just memorize the words and then the movement of your hand. Can I become a god level fucking wizard in like 2 days because I know how to fucking play bass? I'm good with my fucking hands. Like, dude. Dude. Verbiage, that'll take me some time. But if I translate it into like a musical sense where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna learn the rhythm of how this word goes. Like, I'm looking at the word entertainment. Okay, there's the syllables, entertainment. Lemgardium leviosa. Like, Lemgardium. Like, I could hear the notes and the rhythm of it. Like, I like to translate a lot of stuff into music because music is like one of the only things I understand. But it's also like like things that are like very physical. So like certain movements, like muscle memory, that's like money to me. I could do that shit all the fucking time. So it's like, dude, can I become a? Are you telling me I could become a god level wizard in like 2 days if I really just put the time to it? You know, like what the fuck
Yeah.
makes you a good wizard besides, you know, obviously having really strong spells or being good like using your thing the way it should be used, I guess you could say. I don't know, like what fucking, yeah, you know, what makes you a good wizard? What makes you a strong wizard? Have you watched it all, by the way? I haven't, so
I have never seen a Harry Potter movie.
honestly, I can't really tell you whether or not you should. Because whenever I watched it, I would always be asleep. Because it's usually just late as fuck when I'm watching it. It'd always be on really late on TV. Plus, my dad was always like, "This shit's gay as hell. I'm not watching this."
My
Because
dad
we all
was the
know my
same.
dad.
My dad was very similar. He was just like, I know.
Yeah, a
He was
lot
like,
of
"I'm not
a lot
watching
of the
this shit."
shit my dad would be like, "Yeah, no, you're not watching that. That's so gay."
I
I'm
told a
like,
joke
"Okay."
at work the other day. It was obviously a joke, but nobody took it as a joke. But then I just laughed to myself. Where they're like, "Oh, how come you haven't seen the Harry Potter movies?" I was like, "If I can shove the main character into a locker, there's a problem." And they're like, "Oh, whoa."
If I could bully the main character, like, "Oh, I got your
Like,
wand,
I was
bitch."
the only one fucking crying of laughter, and they were all like, "Whoa, that's fucked up."
What are you
man."
gonna do now, bitch? I got your fucking wand. Like, you just steal his wand. Like,
Exactly.
what the fuck is it? What are you gonna do? He's gonna hit me with
He's
his
gonna say,
negative
"Leventa
10
say-"
strength.
He's gonna start speaking in Latin, and then I'm just gonna fucking knee him in the ribs.
He's gonna start speaking gibberish, and I'm gonna fucking roundhouse him.
You knocked the wind out of that skinny little fuck, and he's not gonna be able to talk any spells. See?
Yeah, you chop him in
Oh.
the throat, dude. Getting violent up in here. Where's Brian? He'll start nutting because we're
Karate
talking
chop
about.
his windpipe.
Yeah, where's Brian? We'll start talking about UFC and he'll start running back.
We're just talking about beating the shit out of a child.
No, he's older in the new movie, in the last movie.
Yeah, he's like 16.
Uh-uh.
Or he might be 18.
No, I think he's like 20 in the fucking. It's like a
Oh,
7-year.
we're throwing
fucking...
down then.
No, dude, he's like our age, pretty sure. How old is? Let me see. Hold on.
Can we fund and record a back alley Harry Potter where we just give Daniel Radcliffe a stick and I beat the shit out of him?
Dude, I don't know. Okay, hold on. Never
Record
mind.
it on a
Sorry.
shaky iPhone camera.
Correction. He is 17 years old
Yeah.
in the last movie, which
Yeah, we're
makes
going to
no
prison
sense
still.
to me. Wait,
Well,
hold on.
it's like high school.
Wait,
They go
wait,
to
hold on.
fucking Magic High
Actually,
school.
hold on. In the last Harry Potter movie, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, Daniel Radcliffe was 19 when filming and 20 years old when production completed. Okay, but how old is the character? Son of a fucking bitch.
Doesn't help. Just leaves us with more questions.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay. It's not
I
that big of a
hate
deal.
it when they fucking do that shit. Okay, no, he's 7. Yeah. It says a 7. Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter, colon, a 17-year-old British wizard. I don't know, that's so funny. Why does it have to say British? Why can't it just be a wizard? What the who wrote this Wikipedia page? What the fuck? It says Rupert Grint as Ron Weasley, colon, one of Harry's best friends. Emma Watson, Hermione Granger, Harry's other best friend. It's like a fucking child wrote this shit. Also, if you look at the photos of them in like just a couple, oh my gosh, they look, I don't even know. Just a couple photos of the Deathly Hallows Part 2, like the cover page or whatever. It looks as if they look like they're in their no, I'd say like late 20s. No, sorry, early 20s. Not 17. The fuck. Although, what the hell was that movie that Daniel Radcliffe? What movie was he just recently in? It's like, it was a really good movie too.
Guns Akimbo.
Yeah, it was a Guns Akimbo. Dude, that shit, wild ass movie. I don't know why it's so many. Dude, I hate Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, and all these critic ones. Like, I swear, they just don't. A bunch of people that
journalists don't do
hate
shit.
it. Yeah, they don't fucking. I think they hate everything. Because this movie, I saw some clips of this shit, and it was funny as hell. Because he can't. I think the gist of it is he can't get the guns he can't get the guns off his hands or something like that. Because they're like nailed into his hands, or no, they're screwed into his hands, into his bones. But he could still pull the trigger. So he's just running around killing people. Like, that's awesome. I don't know why anyone would not want to watch that. What was it? Ready? No, wasn't Ready or Not. What was the one movie where something Henry, right?
Hardcore Henry.
Yeah, Hardcore Henry. I heard that was really good. Have you guys seen it?
I have not.
Interesting. Yeah, I heard it was a really good movie.
Movies to the theaters always expensive now.
Oh, dude. Daniel Radcliffe's gonna be in the new Weird Al Yankovic story movie.
Yes, he is. I saw the trailer.
What even is this movie?
No.
What the fuck is this movie? Jack Black's in it.
Nice.
Wait, Daniel Radcliffe is Weird Al Yankovic. Holy shit! Wait. What the fuck? Dude, he literally is Weird Al. He's playing as Weird Al. That's awesome. He seems like he's still pretty active. I've seen a couple ones that are 2020 or 2022. Although I'm not seeing any 2023 stuff yet, because usually like when they're about to be in a movie, they have something. All right, let's check the time. Holy shit, it's 12.
Yeah, we've been at it's 12:11.
It's been
Should
2
we end the
hours
stream?
and 11 minutes.
been a hot minute.
I think we've had a good stream.
So do I.
I think it's time to call it. You know.
I agree. I think it's a good stream. We talked about a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'll have to edit this either tomorrow or probably just right after we get off or we end it. But you know, anyways, any last words? Any last words, punk?
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, everybody.
Yeah, you know, if you guys really, I know there's a lot of y'all in the VOD, and if you guys have made it this far, then you know, we really appreciate it. But if you guys enjoy, please, you know, let us know what you think about what we talked about today in the comments. Again, take a lot of the things that we say with a grain of salt, because we all have had our own experiences with things, and a lot of things kind of shape our perspective, and we're pretty fucking open-minded people. So, you know, you guys actually are like-minded with being open-minded, then you know, we could actually have a good conversation about stuff, whether in the next podcast or you know, maybe in the comment section.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, if you guys enjoy, just drop that like, and please recommend us to other people. We'd very much appreciate that. And let us know what you think. Dylan, you got anything else to say to the lovely people in the VOD?
Don't subscribe. Nah, I got nothing.
You said don't subscribe?
Nah.
Son of a bitch. He's working for them, the Chinese. Anyways,
What are you talking
for
about?
YouTube. He works for Susan.
he works for he works
Ah.
for Susan.
Uh,
Oh, I got one
Peace
more
out,
thing.
everybody.
I got
Oh
one
my
more
God.
thing. Sorry. I talk a lot, I know. For all y'all out there,
Chatty McChatty pants.
try to really take in what we said, and you know, if you feel like you're insecure or you got low self-esteem, you probably missing
Don't be a little
something.
bitch.
No. Yeah.
Stop being a little bitch.
Hey, good cop, bad cop time. I'm
Yep,
good cop
crack
right
is
now.
whack. Wait, it ain't right.
If you're
What the hell?
insecure,
If you're feeling
Stop
a little
listening to them.
insecure,
just
just
branch
like how
out.
just how they love to say it in Letterkenny, you gotta sort yourself out. And that's where I'll end it. All right, we'll catch you guys in the next stream, and as always, more to come.
Deuces.
fuck y'all.
Yeah, that's what you gotta say, Dylan. That's the last words, huh? The stream's still going, idiot. Nah, I'm just kidding. All right.
Who's the
How
first
we
person
going,
to
y'all?
see a frozen lake and be like, "Get me my sharpest shoes"?
What the fuck? That's the last thing you say for the stream?
I didn't know the stream was still going.
All right.
It was a legitimate
That's it.
question.
That's it. No more.
Answer the
All right.
question. Answer the
Okay.
question.
I don't even know what you said. All right, guys. Catch y'all later. More to come.
I did it twice.